Cowabunga Gamers, welcome back to another episode of Technological Journey. Last time, what did we do? We managed to finish up the uranium processing. I'm slowly working on neptunium and plutonium processing. You don't need to see me do that because we've already done it. It's the same layout as uranium, just with the continuation byproduct. So I'm slowly working on building that out. But in the meantime, a few things have happened. So I've been working on getting the assembly line components. We have most of them. I've realized, or I noticed, that sodium persulfate here is really slow. So this ran out while we were making circuits, and that just stopped everything. So this episode, we're going to do some base upgrades. We're going to get a few machines. We're at least going to get an extruder, maybe a canning machine. Basically, we want to speed up persulfate. We also want to speed up a few more recipes. I've gone ahead and added a few of the the multi-block recipes to AE. So we will get through those, or try to build a few of those machines today. I would also like to try to work on getting yttrium barium, since we are almost at robot arms, or LUV robot arms. It's required for us to be, I would like to have this done before we get the assembly line up, just so we can flow into this, and we'll hopefully have plutonium by then, and we can just meet up at quantum processors. So we also need IV machines, and we need rhodium plated palladium. I would like to get this to make we need for the prospector. We're almost at the LUV prospector. We've almost achieved that goal of ours, which is huge. I would also like to get it for the hopping bonsai, so we can get ectoplasm for starlight. Right now, yeah, we need ectoplasm, starlight, and we need double rhodium plated palladium plate. So we have a lot we want to do in this episode and the next few episodes. So let's get started. Where do we want to get started? Let's get started with sodium persulfate. So let's get a large chemical reactor and figure out where we are going to put this. So this is going to be a dedicated machine. So, God, this room's a mess. Do we have any room over here to put anything? Not really. I just had a realization we don't need this to be a large chemical reactor, at least not yet. All we need is a IV or EV electrolyzer, and then a chemical reactor, which we should have a few of. Yeah. And some room to put this. Where are we going to put this? Oh, my guy. What are you? You are the bolt extruder. You are the canning machine. You are our electrolyzer for phosphate dust. What do you make? You make in an electrolyzer phosphorus. We have a bunch of phosphorus, and then this is the epoxy resin fluid solidifier. Okay, I see what I need to do. I'm going to move the mixer over to our big multi-room, and I'll bring you back with everything set up. Okay, gamers, we are back. I got the EV chemical reactor and electrolyzer set up. I got the large mixer moved over. So now we can get sodium persulfate up and running. So we need salt and sulfuric acid, which shouldn't be too hard, honestly. So all we need here is one of these. We need a fluid storage bus. We'll need an interface, which we have, and we also need a conveyor. So pretty normal setup. We're going to import salt into here. Nothing too fancy. The fancy part, though, comes from how we're going to control this. So we're going to have this pumped into here. This is going to get pumped out. Bada bing, bada boom. Literally nothing we haven't seen before. Wait a minute, why are we using orange for this? Ah! This should be just normal Fluix cable once it comes out of the ground. Okay. Oh, I forgot this has hydrochloric acid as a byproduct. That's fine. We can figure something out with that. So you are going to output the items. You're going to electrolyze them. They're going to output the fluid. Thankfully, oh, and this has hydrogen as a byproduct. Okay. Actually, no, that's easy to take care of. That's easy to take care of. We just slap down one of these. Oh, but we can't. We can't do that, can we? Due to how we want to control this. This has turned into somewhat of an annoying process. But isn't it always an annoying process? Sodium persulfate, you're going, we need these to be separate, but we also want them close together so we can just pump items through. We can't just slam on a storage bus because we want like a backlog of sodium persulfate. I was going to use a level emitter, a fluid, yeah, a level emitter, since I think, hold on. I thought these had a, oh no, it's energy that is. Okay. That's energy, but my plan was to stick that on, give it sodium persulfate, and have it be levels are below like yeah, the hydrogen screws this up, and there's not like a quad tank, at least not that screw it. We can do something like this. If this becomes a issue, we can fix it later. Right? Nope. Wrong thing, bud. What am I looking for? These. Slap down hydrogen, filter it to hydrogen. Give it a few acceleration cards and we should be good. Right? So what do we want to set this to, or lock this to? We want to lock this to, because this will do 320 buckets? Or it'll do too much, basically. Actually, you know what? Honestly, we don't need this. We don't need to control this. This isn't really necessary, is it? Because we're always going to need this. We're always going to want sodium persulfate, as long as we... Why's the hydrogen in there? Whatever. Yep, okay, cool. So sodium persulfate is done. What do we want to do next? So what's our goal here? Our goal is to help stuff along, to upgrade things. Do we want to do barium like this bit? Oh, citric acid is a pain in the ass. Hydrochloric We have all this. We have water. We don't have hydrogen cyanide though. Oh, but we can get all of this really easy. Like this is a chemical reactor. Nitric acid. I think, yeah, we have nitric acid on tap. So that's going to be really easy. Nitrogen dioxide and hydrogen. Okay. Barium sulfide. Nothing like really complicated with these, which is a nice change. Yttrium, that. Citric acid is the interesting bit, right? That's not used. Hypochlorous, hydrochloric, hydrogen cyanide, ammonia, methane. Yeah, okay, so this isn't too bad. We just need space. And that space. Do we want to do these in single block machines? Probably not. Okay, so this is going to be somewhat simple. We're going to get 3 chemical reactors for the dusts here, right? But then for the citric acid, we're going to use... This is an IV. This is at IV. This is an IV recipe, so we probably want... Yeah, we definitely want a large chemical reactor. I mean, it can only be made in a large chemical reactor, which is fine. And then for the hydrogen cyanide, this is an EV recipe at 2.5 seconds. We're going to put this, so we need 2 large chemical reactors and 3 chemical reactors, right? Whoa, what are we missing? Microcomputer. Really? Man, we made a bunch of these and this still hasn't been upgraded? No, it has been upgraded. What? What did I try to make then? Oh, basic large miner. That makes sense. So while those get sent off to cook... My question is, do we want this on a subnet? Because what's the subnet going to be? No, this should be... Like, all this should be on... Like, it shouldn't be on the mainnet, though, should it? Because this is what we want. This is the output we want. This becomes yttrium barium. Ooh, arc furnace. Okay, thoughts are coming. We could get the large arc furnace for that. Yeah. Okay. So this can be a little subnet here, the output of which will be the well-mixed YBC oxides. Right? And we can just keep like a super chest of that or something in stock. Do we really not have super chests? Do we want this on demand? Is this something we want on demand? No. Not specifically. This is a 13-second IV recipe. This is an IV recipe. All these are IV recipes. Let me get everything set up and built, and I'll bring you back and we can put it together. Okay, we are back. Bit of a change up. Instead of having 4 single block chemical reactors, we now have 3 large chemical reactors and 2 more down here for the citric acid and well mixed. I just figured this is going to be the easiest way to automate them. Single blocks were giving me a bit of a headache, but let's go ahead and see what we need here. Input No, that was the output hatch, and then the input bus. We really should just need like LV of these. Anyway, for barium nitrate, where we started, we need one fluid input and one item input, and this outputs one as well. So fluid input, let's see, output bus and output hatch, and then input hatch. Do we want a bunch of nitric acid? Yeah, we might as well. It's free. Do we want EV amounts though? No, we can get away with HV, right? HV hatches should be more than enough. Output or input hatch. Input hatch. We do not have input LV hatches or HV hatches. Fascinating. Okay, so I got a few HV input hatches. Actually, I'm realizing now these are backwards. Input hatch goes last, and input bus. Input bus, there we go. Input bus goes first. Output bus goes first, and output hatch. No, where is the output? Input hatch, input hatch. Output hatch. I know I made output hatches. Interesting. Anyway, all those craft, we can get the rest of this finished up and plotted out. So the input here is going to be barium sulfide. We're just going to keep a stack of that in stock. And then the fluid here is going to be nitric acid, and we'll just keep that in stock as well. You'll go, and then we will have our output here. We are going to be using storage buses for these outputs. We don't want them on the network. We don't want them to deposit, except for that. I think we're going to take this case by case. So what does barium nitrate output? That outputs hydrogen sulfide. Do we want hydrogen sulfide? It gives us sulfur, so yes. So we can do something like this. We can put a storage bus on it. And then over here, this is fluid. So we actually need more orange space. So we want a fluid interface on this with hydrogen sulfide. Right? We want hydrogen sulfide here on a high priority. Do storage buses go into... Yes, storage buses go into here. And then we want a import bus. I know we have a bunch of these here. We want an import bus here with a bunch of acceleration cards. Okay, so that's that sorted. Right? And then we also want a interface here with, I did it again, I always do that. Interface here with barium sulfide. This needs a crafting card, since we We also need to fix the pattern for barium sulfide because I'm pretty sure I took that out. So we'll just do that with a storage bus on it and just set that to extract. Okay, so this should be good. Input bus, it only takes so much nitric acid. Ah, I see what I did. I see what I did. This storage bus needs a higher priority. No, what? Fluid interface. This needs to be extract only. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that one's good. We just need barium sulfide. So the next one here, yttrium sulfide, needs yttrium oxide dust and a circuit. So really we need another output bus. This one, does this one output? It outputs water, so we're just going to void the water. How much water does it give? That's important to check. 3 buckets. So an LV output hatch should be good enough. We can just put that there and trash. We can just trash the water. We don't need it. And then the inputs on this, again, input and then a HV input. Okay. God, I love when these recipes just fall like this. So again, storage bus we will have. Input bus here with yttrium oxide, I think. Yeah, yttrium oxide dust, and we'll just keep a stack of that. But we also need to come over here and keep a stack of it here. We should be getting this. Yttrium oxide dust. We might just be getting... No, we should have it. Okay, so that just means it's somewhere in the system. No problems there. Just set this to a higher priority. And then this needed a circuit of 0. Cool, 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 cool. That there, this should form. Do the maintenance, no, invalid structure. What are you missing? I bet you're missing. No, you're not. What are you missing? Structure, maintenance, output, input, input, output. Huh. Oh, that's an output hatch. How the hell did I get an output hatch? There you go. And this needed a circuit of 0 before we go forgetting. Just throw that in there, and this one's good to go. Now, copper nitrite. It's literally the same with copper, but this one gives us 2 outputs. So let me get this. You don't need to see me set this up. Okay, so this is kind of annoying. We have yttrium dust, but we don't have yttrium oxide dust. We originally did have yttrium oxide dust. So we just need to mix it with sulfuric acid, which isn't too bad. We can do that. Honestly, we can do that on site over here. Should we? Is that something for oil processing? We should honestly probably put it in oil processing. Okay, just checking really fast. What does yttrium dust, what is this used for? Haste alloy in, okay. So yeah, let me get this set up and I'll bring you back. Okay, we're back. We got yttrium oxide dust automated or passived, however you want to look at it. So if we head back to our current, if we head back over here, we'll see that the yttrium oxide dust should be in this input bus, and it is. We also have nitric acid. So if we get this one started, right? This one should be going. It is. We have yttrium nitrate. Beautiful. Beautiful. And that's on a storage bus. This one needs that. And copper nitrate also just needs power. So this one should be going, but it's not because now it is. Cool. So now we have copper nitrate. So we need to fix the barium sulfide, right? So let's do that quickly. That should be a easy fix. I even think the pattern is, yeah, it's right here. So the only thing with this one is that it needs a output hatch. All right, so if we put barium sulfide in there, what happens? It starts going. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Okay. So let's head back over here. Barium sulfide is not in there because this just has a low priority, but now it's a high priority. There it is. It's going in there. Beautiful. Now we just need to hook this one up to power. And there we go. We got barium nitrite. Beautiful. And we also got yttrium nitrite and copper nitrite. So all that is done. Now let's work on citric acid. So citric acid is hypochlorous, hydrochloric, glycerol, water, and hydrogen cyanide. So we need 2 input hatches, or quad input. Yeah, so we need 2 of these. And a quad output. These and a quad output. Oh, we also need an input bus. So this is going to go something like this. Input bus, quad. The input bus doesn't need anything, but these 2 do. These 2 are going to get 2 fluid interfaces. This first one here so it's going to get water, glycerol, hydrochloric, and hypious chloric. And then the one we're missing is hydrogen cyanide. Actually, we just need a input hatch of, yeah, LV should work. If it doesn't, we can upgrade it. This one is going to be hydrogen chloride. Pretty easy enough. So let's go over to our fluids here and see what we already got, right? Citric acid. So water we got, glycerol we got, hydrochloric we got, hypious chloric, and hydrogen cyanide we do not have. But that's fine. We can get those. We just need to set these to a higher priority. And we should be good. We should be good at seeing, yeah. And the output for this is just 2 fluids. Okay, so I got 2 filtered output hatches for this one because we are going to have citric acid and ammonia chloride. I'm not too sure what we're going to do with the ammonia chloride at this point in time, but it's definitely something we want to keep. We may toss it for now. I'm not too sure. We will come back to that. Did I have an output on this as well? No, you are just missing your coil. Right, so yeah, everything here is filtered. So for citric acid, we need potassium dichlorate. That's not too bad at all. So before we get that set up, let's do well mixed. Yeah, that's actually really easy. So 1, 2, 3, right? Or there's no quad like input. No, there's no quad input bus. And this is an IV recipe too. So we'll want, let's do a quad input hatch here. And then for output, citric acid. Oh, this has a bunch of outputs. We need a quad output. Quad output and... Actually, no. Here's what we can do. Here's what we can do. We're smart. Input hatch. And then quad input bus. Let's just make 5 of these to be safe. And then quad, we want a bunch of, we want this for sure. Again, not sure what we'll do with all the outputs. So that's that. And then the item output bus is going to be here. Slap that down. I think this is going to be another input because this is an IV recipe. Invalid structure. Why are you invalid? Can you not have dual? Oh, you might not be able to have dual. Oh no, we're just missing the quad input bus. There we go. Beautiful. So that's well mixed. So we can quickly get these set up. Right. So we're going to get an arm here actually. Input bus. This is going to be this. And for well mixed, what do we need? We need citric and ammonia. Easy enough. We also need a filter. Item filter, yes. We can get rid of some of this stuff. So our arm is ready. So let's slap right. Slap our arm down. We're going to set this to import. Keep exact. So what do we want? What do we want here? We want barium nitrite, yttrium nitrate, and copper nitrate. And then we want a interface here that has these items: copper nitrite, nitrate, all the nitrates we just made. We can keep a stack of them. And that should be good. We should see. So this will get filled up with those 3, but don't we also want... No, we don't need... I thought we needed a circuit, but we do not. Okay, output bus. What is this output? This outputs... We're still not sure if we're doing... We're not sure what we're doing for those yet, so we'll just leave that be. This episode is getting kind of long, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Next time, we'll come back and finish up what we need for citric acid. We'll get potassium dichloromate dust, and we'll manage to get yttrium barium one step closer to the LUV robot arm. And I'll also find a place for the assembly line. We'll probably need more domes. I feel a base addition coming along, but we need to do something because it's getting too long. But I'll figure that out. We'll also work on getting plutonium. I'll do that between episodes. Anyway, thank you for watching. I shall catch you next time.